Have you ever thought of someone you haven't seen in years, only to have them call you that very same day? Or perhaps you've been wrestling with a big life decision, and you suddenly see the same number sequence, 1111, 444, everywhere you look. On license plates, on your phone, on a billboard. You might brush it off, call it a weird coincidence, and move on. But what if you're missing the point entirely? What if dismissing these moments is like hanging up the phone on the universe when it's trying to call you? You are living in a world that has taught you to believe in randomness, in a cold, meaningless chain of cause and effect. This belief keeps you feeling small, like a passive observer in your own life story. But that feeling of separation is an illusion. These meaningful coincidences, these synchronicities, are not random glitches in the matrix. They are signals. They are breadcrumbs on your path, left by a responsive, intelligent universe that is in constant communication with you. To ignore them is to ignore a fundamental dialogue with reality itself. The truth is, these events often accelerate during periods of intense personal growth and breakthrough. They are signs of alignment, tangible proof that your inner state of being is beginning to harmonize with the external world. You're not just thinking a new reality into being. You are becoming a vibrational match to it, and the universe is sending you receipts to prove it. The solution isn't to look for a secret codebook to decipher these signs. The solution is to change your fundamental perception of reality. You need to shift from seeing the world as a collection of separate objects to understanding it as a living, interconnected matrix of meaning and energy. Synchronicities are the visible ripples in this matrix, appearing when your own energy field comes into resonance with it. This isn't just spiritual philosophy. It's a powerful metaphor supported by the frontiers of science. Think of the observer effect in quantum physics. In the famous double-slit experiment, particles behave as a wave of infinite possibilities until they are observed. The moment they are measured, they collapse into a single, definite particle. Your consciousness is that act of observation. You are not a passive bystander watching a pre-written movie. Your focused awareness collapses waves of potential into the concrete reality you experience. When you begin to observe your life with an expectation of meaning and connection, you literally collapse a reality where meaning and connection are evident. You begin to see the synchronicities because your conscious participation calls them into being. This is a profound feedback loop. You send out a signal of inquiry and openness through your vibration, and the universe reflects evidence of that new frequency back to you. The dialogue has begun. So why don't you see these signals constantly? Why does life so often feel random and disconnected? The barrier isn't outside of you. It's within your own subconscious programming. Neuroscience tells us that your subconscious mind governs around 95% of your daily thoughts, behaviors, and perceptions. It's a vast database of past experiences, emotional memories, and deeply ingrained beliefs you absorbed from your family, culture, and education. For most of your life, you have been conditioned to believe in a purely material world. You've been taught that you are separate from your environment and that coincidences are just statistical anomalies. This belief system isn't just a thought, it's an energetic and biological state. The science of epigenetics reveals that your perceptions and emotional states can actually influence your genetic expression. A persistent belief in a random, meaningless universe creates a biological state that is literally wired to filter out evidence to the contrary. Your brain becomes highly efficient at dismissing synchronistic events as noise because they don't fit the established program of who you believe you are and how the world works. You cannot perceive a reality you don't believe is possible. The challenge, then, is not to change the world, but to recondition the mind and body away from the habit of disbelief and separation. The first step in this reconditioning is not about trying harder or forcing yourself to see things. It's about cultivating a state of gentle, curious openness. It requires a simple but profound shift in your default assumption. The next time a strange coincidence occurs, instead of your mind's immediate reaction being, "That's weird, it's just a coincidence," you consciously choose a new response. You ask, "What might this mean for me right now?" This simple question is an act of power. It signals to your own brain that this information is now important. Neuroscience explains this through the concept of selective attention, largely managed by a part of your brain called the reticular activating system, or RAS. Your RAS is like a gatekeeper for your consciousness, filtering through billions of bits of data every second and only showing you what you've tagged as relevant. When you buy a new car, you suddenly see that same model everywhere. The cars were always there. Your RAS just wasn't tagged to notice them. By deciding that synchronicities are meaningful, you re-tag your reality. You are instructing your brain to allow these signals through the filter. The second principle is to pay attention to the feeling. A true synchronicity is more than just pattern recognition. It's accompanied by what the psychologist Carl Jung called numinosity, a charged, resonant physical sensation. It can be a sudden chill, a feeling of awe, a quickening of your heart, a sense that time has momentarily stopped. This is your body's intelligence confirming that the signal is significant. It's a non-verbal, energetic yes. I want you to try something for the next 7 days. Get a small notebook or use an app on your phone. Don't try to analyze or interpret. Simply write down any meaningful coincidence you notice, and more importantly, the physical or emotional feeling that came with it. You are not hunting for answers. You are training the muscle of your awareness. As you train this muscle, you'll begin to realize that the universe communicates in a symbolic, personalized language, not a literal one. It doesn't send you a direct message telling you to take the new job. Instead, you might suddenly start seeing eagles everywhere. On TV, in a book, maybe even a real one flying overhead. The universe isn't telling you that the answer is eagles. The eagle is a symbol, a mirror. It is an invitation for you to look within and explore what the eagle represents for you. Strength, freedom, a higher perspective. The synchronicity isn't the answer. It is the question that leads you to your own inner answer. This deep interconnection can be understood through the quantum principle of entanglement. When two particles become entangled, they remain connected in a mysterious way. If you measure the state of one, you instantly know the state of the other, no matter how far apart they are. There is no signal that travels between them. Their connection is outside of our normal understanding of space and time. Think of your inner state, your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs as being entangled with the external world. A profound shift inside of you doesn't cause a change outside of you in a slow, linear fashion. It is reflected instantaneously. The inner and outer are two aspects of one unified whole. Ancient spiritual traditions understood this intuitively. Philosophers spoke of the anima mundi, the world soul, an intrinsic consciousness within all things. Vedantic philosophy teaches of Brahman, the ultimate unchanging reality that is the single binding unity behind the diversity of all that exists. These are not outdated myths. They are ancient maps describing the very fabric of a conscious, interconnected reality that modern science is only now beginning to explore. When your life feels chaotic or you feel stuck, it's often a sign of internal incoherence. Your energy, your thoughts, your intentions are scattered and contradictory. The fastest way to receive clearer signals from the universe is to cultivate internal coherence. This is the purpose of practices like meditation or spending time in nature. They quiet the noise and align your energy, turning you from a scattered radio signal into a coherent laser beam. A coherent inner state will always be reflected as a coherent and synchronistic outer reality. This isn't just a philosophy to contemplate, it's a reality to be lived. And you integrate it into your life through daily, intentional practice. It can begin the moment you wake up. Before you reach for your phone, before you let the worries of the day rush in, take just 1 minute. Close your eyes and set a clear intention. You might say to yourself, "Today, I am in a conscious dialogue with the universe. I am open to the signs of my alignment. I am ready to see the reflections of my own inner wisdom in the world around me." By doing this, you are priming your entire system, your mind, your brain, your energy field, for a different kind of day. You are fundamentally changing the nature of your observation. Think back to the double slit experiment. The unobserved reality is a wave of pure potential. Your day when you wake up is also a field of infinite potential. Your focused, conscious attention is the act of observation that collapses that wave of potential into the actual events you experience. When you observe your day through a lens of anxiety and expectation of problems, you collapse a reality filled with problems. When you observe with an intention of seeing connection and guidance, you collapse a reality where connection and guidance are made manifest. You are the observer who determines the outcome. So let's make this real right now. I want you to pause and go to the comments section. Share one synchronicity you have experienced. It could be a number you always see, a song that played at the exact right moment, a book that fell off a shelf, a person you met by chance who changed everything. Don't judge it or worry if it sounds small. By sharing it, you do two powerful things. You anchor its reality for yourself, and you contribute to a collective field of awareness, helping everyone here see the hidden patterns in their own lives. Let's create a library of synchronicities together. As you begin this practice, your biggest challenge will not come from the outside world. It will come from the voice of doubt inside your own head. The old, conditioned self, the ego identity that is comfortable with a random and predictable world, will fight back. It will tell you you're imagining things. It will try to explain everything away with cold logic. This is a natural part of the process. It's the old operating system trying to protect itself from being deleted. You must learn to observe this voice of doubt without becoming it. Acknowledge it, and then gently return your focus to the new reality you are choosing. You will notice that synchronicities don't just happen randomly. They multiply and intensify during major life transitions. When you are ending a relationship, changing careers, or undergoing a spiritual awakening, your entire being is in a state of flux. You can think of this as a timeline shift. The old version of you, the one defined by past limitations, was vibrating at a specific frequency and attracting a reality that was a perfect match for that frequency. As you heal, grow, and release those limitations, your core vibrational frequency begins to change. The old reality no longer fits. The increase in synchronicities is the universe scrambling to reconfigure the external world to match your new internal signal. They are confirmations that your shift is real and that a new reality is crystallizing around you. They are the road signs appearing on a path that didn't even exist for you a month ago, but it's crucial to understand their role correctly. They are a navigation system, but they are not the vehicle. They are a compass confirming you are facing your true north, but they do not take the step for you. A synchronicity is a cosmic green light, but you still have to put your foot on the gas. It signals alignment. It does not replace the need for your own courage and your own action. This wisdom is embedded in ancient spiritual texts. In biblical stories, signs from God, a burning bush, a pillar of fire, were never passive events. They always demanded a response, an act of faith, a step into the unknown. Moses had to first turn aside to look at the bush. He had to engage with the sign, and then he had to act on the guidance he received. Your synchronicities are your burning bushes. You must have the courage to turn aside from your busy, distracted life to notice them, and then you must have the faith to embody the truth they are reflecting back to you. You are not a victim of circumstance, a passive subject in a cold, random world. You are an active and powerful participant in a constant living dialogue with an intelligent and meaningful universe. The entire cosmos is engaged in a dynamic dance of co-creation with you. And synchronicities are the rhythm you feel when you are finally in step with the music. But you might ask, why aren't the signs clearer? Why doesn't the universe just give me the complete picture, a full map of my journey? Because the signs are intentionally incomplete. They are designed to be puzzle pieces, not the final picture. Their purpose is not to end the journey by giving you all the answers. Their purpose is to foster continuous movement, to ignite your curiosity, and to fuel your ongoing expansion. If you were handed the complete map, there would be no adventure, no growth, no becoming. The mystery is not a problem to be solved. It is the entire point of the journey. So my final recommendation to you is this. Stop trying to logically assemble all the puzzle pieces into a coherent picture of the future. Let go of the need to have it all figured out. Instead, pick up each piece, each synchronicity as it appears. Hold it, feel its energy, and ask a different kind of question. Don't ask, "What does this mean for my future?" Ask, "How does this piece invite me to transform right now? How can I embody the alignment this sign is reflecting in this present moment?" The ultimate shift is from being a mere interpreter of signs to becoming the living embodiment of their message. You don't just see the feather that symbolizes freedom. You take the action that makes you free. You don't just notice the number sequence for alignment. You make the choice that brings your life into alignment. The dialogue between you and the universe is always happening. It is happening in this very moment. The only question is whether you are tuned in and listening. Your great awakening is not about finding answers out in the world. It's about finally recognizing the endless reflections of the profound wisdom that has been inside you all along. Embrace this magnificent dance. Participate consciously in your own unfolding. A new reality is not just coming. It is waiting for you to create it.